Alright guys, what's going on here? It is your boy John from JTB Review here, and today we're going to be talking about working at a Walmart distribution center, and we're going to be talking about order filling, and we're going to be talking about working on the dry side. Not the cold side, because I don't work cold side, but we're going to be talking about dry side. So on the dry side, we handle lots of things. We handle canned food, we handle paper towels, we handle dog food, we handle freaking paper plates, paper cups, we handle Gatorade, we handle Juicy Juice, we handle spaghetti sauce, we handle stuff like that. Alright, so a lot of questions I get, especially in the comments, is like, what's the pay? Is there a lot of heavy lifting? Those are the kind of questions I get. So I'm going to answer those questions in this video, and I'm also going to give you some tips on how to pull productivity, how to pull a 100%, and kind of give you some tips on what I do, because I usually pull a little bit over 100. It's not that I'm an overachiever or nothing, but it's just you just get better and better at it, and the better you get, the faster you get, the faster you're gonna get. You're gonna pull over 100. And I'm gonna tell you, from the first week I started order filling till now, what I've done to get faster. So first thing, I'm gonna give you some tips. So first thing I do, and I'm not even joking to you, I show up early. I show up extremely early. I am the first person to work. Not even joking. We start at 2:30. I start at 1:30. I am walking in that door around 1:30. I start early, and I prep. So what I do is I choose my favorite forklift. I choose my favorite machine. Alright, that's the number one thing I do. Usually, well, let me start while I'm at home. So before I leave for work, I usually take some pre-workout. I usually take, I've tried C4, which I'm going to review C4 coming up soon. C4 is good, but it kind of tires me out about 4 hours into work, so I quit taking that, and then I started taking, it's by Redcon 1. I forgot what it's called. Total War. I started taking Total War, and Total War did great. But one thing that I do is I always eat before I go to work. I always use the bathroom before I go to work. I always hydrate before I go to work, and I take pre-workout. And I pack my lunch, have it ready. And sometimes here lately I've been taking 2 lunches because we've been working a lot of hours. We've been working 13, 14-hour days. So you're going to get hungry. And in the cafeteria, or not cafeteria, but in the break room, they want you to pay like $7 or $8 for this little mini sandwich. No. Bring your own lunch and call it a day. But anyways, that's what I do before I leave home. And then when I get to work, I show up early. I show up an hour early. I get my favorite forklift. And one thing that I do also, I go around and I find slip sheets. So in case you don't know what slip sheets are, they're these flat pieces of long cardboard. And it pretty much lets you like start new with a flat layer. Like, let's say you got a flat layer, but it's all like cans and whatever, or let's say it's kind of uneven. You could put that piece of cardboard and it'll kind of make it flat again. I go and get slip sheets, because those slip sheets have saved my butt so many times. I can't tell you how important slip sheets are. They're so important, because that could save you from your whole pallet tipping, which you do not want. So I go and I get slip sheets. I usually get kind of thick ones. I don't mess with the thin ones. Thick only, or I don't want them, period. Or if you do give me the thin ones, I need like a million of them, because I'm going to have to use like 5 at a time. But yeah, I'll go and get slip sheets. Next thing I'll do is I'll go and get all my equipment ready. I'll get tape. You're gonna need tape because when you see your back pallet start wobbling, you're gonna need tape. And sorry, that's my dog eating grass. Don't mind her. But you're gonna need tape. You're gonna need gloves. I used to not wear gloves. I used to think people were crazy wearing gloves until I started getting cuts on my fingers, and I started bleeding in my fingers. I'm like, no, I'm wearing gloves. So I'd wear gloves. I would grab a pen. You're gonna need a pen. And I have a little basket that I keep on my forklift just to keep all my things in, like tape, receipt paper, so that way you can print labels, because sometimes you'll run out of that. And I'll usually just take tape and I'll wrap it around my forklift, so that way I have a little basket, and with a pen, and just prep, get ready. Make sure your forklift's working. You can't physically move it. You don't want to physically start moving it, but you can make sure it doesn't have the mechanic sign on it. You can make sure you have slip sheets, all that. And then once I get done doing all that, making sure I have all my list of stuff that's going to help me, in case my forklift dies or whatever, or I run out of receipt paper, I'm covered. Another thing I start doing is I stretch. Physically, my body needs time to stretch, and I stretch a lot. I stretch at home before I leave. I stretch at work. And I get my body prepared, especially on the first day back after the weekend. I need that time to stretch, big time, because if I don't, I'm gonna be hurting, and I don't wanna be hurting. Your lower back's gonna hurt. Your muscles are gonna hurt, because one of the questions was, what's the heaviest stuff you lift? I want to say some of the heavier trips we lift is probably juice, because you're lifting cases of Gatorade and Juicy Juice and tomato juice and water, and I can't tell you how much water we do. I mean, there's so many juice trips going in and out. It's insane. Another heavy trip is rice. Huge boxes of rice and beans, and those can get pretty heavy too. And vegetable oil, flour, sugar, those are all heavy. So we're lifting pretty heavy items fast. So to answer your question, do we lift heavy stuff? Yes, we do, and it is heavy. It's pretty darn heavy. I want to say 50 pounds, especially on the rice boxes. As far as Gatorade goes, I'd say probably about 10 to 15, but you're doing, multiples. You're doing 20, 30 cases at a time, so you're just, fast. Another thing that I do that helps me as well is I hydrate. Please keep your fluids going, because in my DC, we do not have any air conditioning. The offices and stuff have air, but as far as the warehouse itself, it does not have air. They just have fans blowing hot air on you, so you're gonna get hot. You need to hydrate. They provide the water for you, or at least mine does, and just stay hydrated. And when you start order filling, after you get your muscles going, get everything going, I like to text my family, my wife, saying, hey, it's gonna be a long night. It's going to be an 11-hour night, or a 13-hour night, or sometimes, rarely, once a year, it might be a 6-hour night, but don't plan on that ever. So let's say you're order filling, and let's say your pallet's right here, and you're picking from over here. Just stack it on this side. Even if this side's down below here, and this side's stacked all the way up here, I don't care. Just keep stacking it on this side. Because you don't want to keep running around, back and forth, running around. It takes way too much time unless you're literally running and you're going out of breath. Don't worry about that. As long as you get it on the forklift, who cares? All right. Another thing you want to do is probably as soon as you get it 4 to 5 feet, tape it. I'm telling you, man, tape slip sheets. That will make your pallet not fall. And those are some tips that have helped me get faster, you know, because I used to go all the way around, put it over here because this side was getting too tall. I don't care, man. Now I just stack it so tall. I don't even care if it falls, it falls. Just as long as I pull 120 or 130, I don't care. You know, I'm running. And another thing you want to do too is become good friends with your coworkers, because that has helped me get faster as well. Let's say, you know, you're for some reason our paper aisle, toilet paper, paper towels, it gets clogged up. There's like 20 of us in one aisle. You know, and if you're good friends with these gentlemen and these women, you know, be friends with them and they'll let you over. They'll let you over and let them pass. And you know, you'll get new people in, and if the new people don't want to let you pass, or, you know, let's just say you can't pull 100, either you could do two things. Either you could do one, you could just eat the time because you're pulling so high that a paper trip's really not going to matter. It's not really going to bring your time down that bad. Or if it really does, just go up to the desk where the manager is and tell them, hey man, I need some downtime. And usually you have a little sticker with your name, and it has all the numbers and the routes and the trip it was, and just give it to them and they'll give you some downtime. Simple as that. Yeah, it takes away from your incentive a little bit, but you know, if you really want to pull that 100 and you're only pulling like a 98 or a 99, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, you know. What else has made me faster besides slip sheets, tape, becoming friends, letting you over? Other than that, stretching, staying hydrated, and just picking the right forklift, prep work, and just being very aware of your surroundings. Being very aware, you know. That's pretty much the whole name of the game. Just being focused. Focus. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what has helped me to get like a 120 or a 130 nightly, you know, or at least halfway through the day I'll pull a 130, then I'll start slowing down, then I'll end up pulling like a 110 for the day, you know. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have for you. That's pretty much the name of the game as far as pulling productivity at a Walmart distribution center. So I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.